Ramayana, Part 13. The Wedding of Sita. The news reached Dasharatha. He was in ecstasies when he heard about the unique feat his son had performed. He considered himself fortunate in this marriage alliance with the king sage Janaka. He set out for Mithila with his retinue. Janaka and his priest and ministers, as well as the citizens, greeted Dasharatha and his retinue at the main entrance of Mithila and gave them a splendid welcome. King Janaka and King Dasharatha embraced and displayed their affection and friendship. Janaka extended the finest hospitality to all of them. Vashishta, Dasharatha's priest, and Shatananda, Janaka's priest, sat together for consultations. Dasharatha, Janaka, and Kushadhwaja, Janaka's younger brother, and the king of Sankashanagara also sat with them. At their request, Vishwamitra also joined them. They fixed an auspicious day for the marriage of Rama and Sita. Janaka made a request to Dasharatha. Accept my other daughter Urmila as Lakshmana's bride. Dasharatha gladly consented. Janaka's younger brother Kushadhwaja had two daughters, Mandavi and Shrutakirti. Like Sita and Urmila, they too were beautiful and endowed with many virtues. Vishwamitra suggested that they should marry Bharata and Shatrughna, adding that it would be an excellent alliance. Dasharatha consented and Kushadhwaja was overjoyed. The wedding preparations proceeded briskly. The entire city wore a festive and joyous look. Canopies and festoons of green leaves appeared everywhere. Banners fluttered from tall poles. The ground before every house was swept and cleaned with water and decorated with designs drawn with colored powders. Musical instruments played tunes, celebrating an auspicious occasion in every house, and filled all minds and hearts with joy. The marriage rites were to be performed in a vast sacrificial hall. It could accommodate any number of guests, no matter how many thousands thronged the venue. The marriage mandap was at a higher level. The hall glowed like the royal court of Lord Indra. The day of the marriage dawned. Uttara Falguni was the presiding star of the day. The auspicious rites of the morning were completed. Led by his priests, Dasharatha arrived at the marriage hall with Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna. Rama and his brothers were wearing the kankanas, auspicious strings worn at the time of marriage. They were wearing magnificent jewels and were splendidly dressed and shone like gods. The milling crowds gazed upon the princes in great joy. In particular, Rama's lovely face, his strong build, his enthralling smile, and his modesty that dwelt in his visage held them spellbound. Sita and Urmila, wearing dresses signaling an auspicious occasion, shone brightly in the marriage bundle. By their side, Mandavi and Shrutakirti, the daughters of Kushadhwaja, sparkled in similar dresses. The loveliness of their faces and the effulgence, unusual to this world, bestowed a new luster on the entire hall. Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna came up to the platform. Janaka requested Vashishta to guide the marriage rituals. Vashishta, Vishwamitra and Shatananda together offered worship to the pandal. Ritualistically, they prepared the sacrificial pit. They decorated with flowers. They placed kalasas, vessels carrying holy waters, conches, bells, sandalwood, and other auspicious articles on the platform. As they recited the Vedas, they installed holy fire in the sacrificial pit. They poured sacred ghee into the fire. Bejeweled, Sita sparkled like a goddess. Janaka guided her to Rama and said, Sri Rama, accept my daughter Sita in marriage. She will be your wife and assist you in the practice of dharma. May good fortune brighten your lives. He then placed Sita's hand in Sri Rama's hand and gave her away in marriage with the prescribed rites. The gods who were watching in the skies rejoiced. Celestial kettle drums sounded, and there was a shower of flowers. Joy was writ large on every face. Then Janaka celebrated the Pani Grahana of Lakshmana and Urmila. Pani Grahana means taking the bride's hand with the fire god for witness. Kushadhwaja gave his daughter Mandavi to Bharata and Shrutakirti to Shatrughna in marriage. The princes went round the sacred fire, performed Saptapadi, taking 7 steps, holding the hands of their brides. They made obeisance to the rishis and munis who had assembled. They paid their respects to their parents and all other elders present there. Once again, the heavenly kettle drums sounded, celestial nymphs danced, Gandharvas sang melodiously. The people of Mithila and their relatives, friends, and retinue of Dasharatha forgot themselves in their raptures. The celebrations concluded. Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna were now married. They returned to the palace in great joy. The day after the marriage, Vishwamitra said to Rama, "My child, my mission is accomplished. I shall now go to the banks of Kaushiki at the foot of Himalayas for the pursuits that lie before me. You are yet to accomplish mighty feats. Do not lose heart, no matter what obstacles block your way and whatever trials and tribulations you may encounter. Let the protection of Dharma be your goal. Let the chastisement of the wicked and the protection of the virtuous be your objective." Rama replied with all humility, "Holy sage, your advice will be evergreen in my memory." Everyone bowed respectfully to Vishwamitra. They followed him to the outskirts of Mithila and then took leave of him. King Dasharatha then made preparations to return to Ayodhya. Janaka presented rich gifts and honored everyone suitably. Dasharatha set out for Ayodhya with his sons, daughter-in-laws, and his retinue. King Dasharatha then made preparations to return to Ayodhya. Janaka presented rich gifts and honored everyone suitably. Dasharatha set out for Ayodhya with his sons, daughters-in-law, and his retinue.